Hi, I'm Megan with Adoption Life. Adoption Life is a licensed nonprofit agency in Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. And today I'm answering more of the questions we frequently hear from parents who are considering adding to their family through adoption. Question number 2 is, why does it have to cost money to adopt? You've probably heard that adoption is expensive, and unfortunately, that can be true. There are a few important things to remember as you're considering the cost of adoption and whether it's a right path that you want to pursue for your family. First is different types of adoption cost different amounts. For example, adopting from the foster care system can be relatively inexpensive compared to other types of adoption. Sometimes you'll have some costs, and sometimes the state will cover the bulk of the costs for you, depending on which avenue you go, if you work with a private agency or if you work through the state for that adoption. And this is because the state has a vested interest in ensuring that children in the foster care system have permanent, loving homes, as opposed to staying in the foster care system long term. And so that type of adoption can be relatively inexpensive. International adoptions can be fairly expensive because agencies have to maintain their status in multiple countries and navigate the complicated process of moving a child from one country to another with a new family. And so it can be a lengthy process and pretty complicated. And so they have to have a lot of pieces in place to be able to navigate those types of adoption. Domestic infant adoption can also be expensive, though typically less than international adoptions. In domestic infant adoptions, there are a lot of moving pieces, and agencies have to factor in costs like their insurance, their overhead with buildings, licensing costs, and general staff that they have to maintain in order to have all the right pieces to provide the support for a placement. And this is in addition to the direct services they're providing for each placement that they're navigating. So it's important in any adoptive situation to ask a lot of questions about what the fees cover and what they don't. If you're paying a big fee for a simple match with a birth parent and there's no services beyond that carry you through placement and post-placement services, then you may want to consider that there might be better options out there for you. It's important that the fees that you're paying correlate to the actual services that you're receiving, and the agency you choose to work with has transparent policies about what the fees cover and what they don't, and how they handle their fee process. If you have other questions about adoption or want support in your adoption journey, please feel free to reach out.